Hello Painting 2 students. This week you're going to be much more relaxed and free. After all those weeks of doing intense work on every single bone of the body, now we're going to do a quick. If you have paint, those of my students from last semester should still have some of their paint left. I think I sent you details about where you can get a box of art supplies from Blick for $45, sorry. And but if you don't have that, just black and white paint and some brushes, a bit of board. I'm just using old cardboard here, something that you can paint on. So I'm going to just do a black and white quick thing off the skeleton, and that's all you have to do. But you know, what I wanted is to be spontaneous so that you have the knowledge that you've gained over the last 8 weeks, and you can kind of let yourself go a bit now and just knock out a skeleton as quickly as you like, you know, but with enjoyment and passion. So here I have him, he's up there, you know, and you have the photographs, so I'm just going to go into this thing. And you know, you can spend time on it as well, you know, you can work it out. I'm just going to do this really quick to give you an impression, and you may do better than I do, but we'll try and do this ASAP so that you can just go along with me. And try and do it spontaneously. So you're going to use the paint if you have paint. If you don't have paint, try and get some. You know, if you know, you can do it with drawings or charcoal or something like that. But you know, it is a painting and drawing class. So I'm just going to make this an impressionistic skeleton. So I'm using one brush for the greys, and then I'm going to use another brush to bring in stuff. So I'm going to scale it out. Now you'll remember all the difficulties that we had over the last weeks with the rib cage and God knows what else. You know, some of them were real struggles, some of them were genius works. I was so impressed. So this time I'm just going in wild. Down it goes. There's the arm. Now I'm not going to spend ages on this. I'm going to do this fairly quickly so that you're not stuck here watching me immobilized for ages. You, on the other hand, are going to have as long as you like to do this, as long as you send it to me by the 25th of October. So far I have spent 3 minutes on this, okay? So there you go, just to give a perspective. And I am absolutely doing this from scratch. No cheating. Well, do as much of it as you can. I'm going to run out of room soon. I can tell he's not going to get his feet done. That's okay. There's that thing. And you can see I'm really going in loose with this. You know, I'm trying to use whatever knowledge I've gained from skeleton work. I'm not an expert at skeletons myself, you know, I just think it's a good thing to learn. Whether you ever use it again is up to you, but at least you've tried it and mastered it. So this is really going to be enjoyment week. You know, you just go in there and do an expressionistic skeleton. Expressionistic. What does expressionistic mean? It means expressing yourself. You've done the technical drawing. Now comes the expressionistic drawing, expressing yourself, but with that knowledge. You know, there's no point expressing yourself with no knowledge. It's nice to have a combination. You know, you don't want to have just expression and no skill, and you don't want to just have skill and no expression. You know, that you need both. You need your right-hand side of your brain and the left-hand side of your brain. You need feeling as well as intellect. You need to have the ability to think with your brain, but you also must have the ability to think with your heart. If it's all brain, it leads to destruction. If it's all heart, nothing gets done. So you need both things. They are both important. The heart and the brain working in harmony create a good human life. If it's just one, all brain, it drives them insane, and that's that. And it's the same in painting. You know, you need a combo. So just getting that, I'm going to scale up things. You know, you can see what I'm doing is trying to work out things with the brush, you know, and I start always loose and finish tight. So loose at the beginning, which is what I'm doing now, and then later let it go tight. So you're starting to shape things later on. You can see I haven't even bothered about the hands. As you know, I'm not great at painting hands. I think a lot of people have it as they can do things, but they can't do other things. And hands, I've always found very difficult, but they're important. You know, there's some great hand painters out there. I'd have to really spend ages doing hands if I was going to do them properly. Now you can see I'm using this darker tone for the light, for the front of the rib cage here now, so I'm kind of like shaping them out a bit more. So what was going to be behind now is from my earlier painting, and now the shaping of the ribs at the top are going to be the front painting, front of the ribs. I hope this makes sense. There we go. So it's giving an impression of them being 3D. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's 8 minutes I've worked on this thing. Give him some light here. Sternum. So, you know, you're flashing ahead. You're going to give this a kind of vibrancy, hopefully. I'll go back into the pelvis and lighten it up. I'm just using two colours, black and white, to make this guy come alive. I'll just put the bits of the rib in there. Now, I haven't spent a long time concentrating on that rib cage. I'm just banging it out to give it that quick 3D look, and that's okay. You know, every artist is different, and that's the beauty of art. You know, you could be the detail artist of detail artists, or you could be the emotional artist of self-expression. It's your thing. You know, you have to find out what type of artist you are. Are you a person who's all manga, anime, or are you a person who's all real life, you know, and your own story. I mean, it's all very much subjective, and that's what I love about art. It's really up to you. It's not you becoming what people want you to be, but you becoming what you need to be, And that's so important nowadays when people are needing to find themselves in this society. They need to find out who they are, and everybody is unique. And that's why art is so good, because it is a tool that can be used to find out who you are. So there we are. Look, I'm not going to go on forever. You get the idea. Knock it out, give it some life, give it some expression. Use the knowledge that you've gained over the last weeks to kind of give that its energy, you know, so that it's got that spontaneous quality of knowledge of the anatomy of the skeleton, and that you can bring that in. You know, I'm really good. You know, I want to get into this thing, but it's going to mean I have to stop talking, and if I stop talking, I'm not teaching. So you know, you get the idea. You know, I'm wanting to. Ooh, yeah. You know, it's great. So if you haven't got paint, you know, see if you can buy some. Contact me. You know, I can give you the address of that place in Harlem that sells the paint, and you know, then you can work things up and create something, you know. And because now, from the, you know, after doing all these technical exercises, for the next weeks we're going to be doing your own. You know, we're going to be working with you as an individual artist, and you're going to be doing your own things that interest you. So I'm going to start to find out about who you are. You know, what is it you want to express with art? What's inside you, in other words. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I won't keep going on. You get the idea this week. Just knock out a skeleton. This one's been done in 10 minutes. You have 7 days, which is a hell of a lot longer. So you can really let go, use all the information that you've gained, but don't let yourself be nailed down by it. Submit the work before the 25th of October and let me see what you've done. And I wish you a great, exciting week, just giving your expressive inner self freedom with this skeleton, this humanoid shape. Okay, till later, over and out. Let me see there, 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes, so you've got 1 week. You can do a lot better than that. Okay, bye now.